Hello and welcome to day 39 of 73. And today I wanted to talk about parenthood. So it happens to be Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of you incredible human beings out there who have taken up the mantle of, in any capacity, being able to look out for the souls that do need nurturing on this earth. I do understand that most people do, well, not most, but there are cases where they haven't actually given birth, but they do hold a very important role as such, and that also needs to be celebrated. And I think in moments like these a lot about the examples of parents, or in this particular case mothers, who I've seen both closely, whether it's my mom or my wife being a mom, but also different examples as we journey on of people that have now taken up the mantle of this quite important role, or this very heavy sometimes burden, but ultimately it's a shift like no other from the outside looking in. Because when you look at it from you just looking out for the individual or yourself, and then having to shift, whether gradually or suddenly, to now being the person that a soul is completely enamored with or completely reliant on, that does take a lot if you are wanting to do that job properly. So that always has to be something that I will value beyond most things, actually. And it's sobering to see, especially in my wife's case, when there are things that they are able to impart onto their children or onto the people that they are out there looking out for, that involve them needing to do work in and of themselves, or needing to revisit things that might not have happened for them, but they choose to overcome that or to become better and provide that space for someone else. I think that's always such a valuable and noble journey. In my self-improvement journey, I often think of the things that would have made my mom proud in my being able to take on the journey in and of itself as a parent. And I also, in that same breath, am feeling a lot of emotion when it comes to actually thinking about what generations past might have needed to do, or might have needed to, in a sense, not get to indulge in as a result of either the times or circumstances. And with hindsight being 2020, there sometimes is the, at least in my case, the tendency to pick apart or to look at things through a different lens without context. But I think, especially today being Mother's Day, I've been thinking a lot about the immense love that is needed to even think of embarking on such a journey. I mean, you come from a position where you are, yeah, an individual on your own trying to figure the world out. And then all of a sudden, you're having to broaden that horizon and broaden that space, where you're now having maybe one, maybe more than one person being completely reliant on you as a person. And it gives me a lot of joy thinking that someone was able to do that for me, and in my own small part being able to pay it forward to my son, and hopefully subsequent generations as it comes through. And I think when it comes to, again, my own personal journey of things that I'm struggling with, I would hope and pray that I would have that kind of patience or that kind of gravity to help in that way. I think there are scarce words that can be able to describe that kind of relationship, but I just wanted to take a moment, this being Mother's Day, and hoping that rings a bell or resonates with someone out there in knowing and appreciating the people or the person in your life that brings that to you. And hopefully that you can share that with someone else moving forward. So, yeah, thank you for your time.